Okay, guys, this is just a quick explanation of what I want you to do just before you have a look through the reading of the opening of Stave 3. One of the things I want you to think about as we're reading this stave is how it attacks the ideas of Thomas Malthus. One of the important pieces of background knowledge is about the cornucopia, which is something that we see the ghost of Christmas present kind of representing. Now, what I want you to do is read this story at the opening of the resource that explains the origins of the cornucopia. And for many of you, hopefully, it will just be a recap of a story from grade 6 that we looked at when we studied the birth of Zeus. Then, what I want you to think about is this question: how does this idea, the cornucopia itself, seem to contrast with Malthus's ideas about rising population and its impact on the food supply? Now, the key thing to remember there is that Malthus thought that the more people, the bigger the food supply, the more food there was to eat, the more people would give birth, which would in turn make the population bigger, and in the end would bring the food supply back down so that there was no extra. So think about that in relation to a cornucopia and what both seem to contrast. So you have to finish this sentence off. The Horn of Plenty seems to offer a contrast with Malthus's ideas because, and you have to just finish this. Then I want you to have a quick look through these 3 vocabulary words that are in the passage that we're going to read: prodigious, apprehensive, and predicament. So let's have a look through those definitions and example sentences, and then try and finish these 3 sentences off. It's a positive thing when there is a prodigious food supply because not studying well can lead to apprehensive feelings because a typical predicament at school might be when. So you have to describe a scenario in that last task. Then what we're going to focus on is writing evaluation. Okay, so I don't want you to attempt this until you've listened to the reading.